So today I am going to be doing a little book review for you guys while I have some hard candy here. So I'm going to give this one a try. It is a green hard candy. I don't know what flavor it is, but we will find out. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this baby in. And I think it's like a lime kind of flavor. Okay, so let's get into the book reviews. I am going to take the first book that I've got here that I've read recently. This one right here. It is a New York Times bestseller. Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I really love the cover art on this one. Just gives it like a really spooky kind of mood. It sets the tone. You know, you've got these dead tree branches with some falling petals. Now, I don't get into detail discussing too much of the book as to why I do or don't like it, because I don't like to ruin the storyline. There are no spoilers in this at all. I don't want to do that to you guys. I have watched many videos with book reviews and they talk about things and without intending to spoil it. Sometimes they do, because if they give too much information, even if they don't tell you the end of the story, it still a lot of times gives away some things, or it takes away from the enjoyment of finding out what happens, because it's not just about the end of the book, it's the whole journey. So what I usually do with my book reviews is that I read the back and then I just tell you whether or not I recommend it, if I liked it, and if there's something I could share that doesn't talk too much about the storyline, then I will do that. But let's get into reading the back of the book. No one ever just disappears. Ellie Mack was the perfect daughter, and then she was gone. 10 years after Ellie's disappearance, her mother, Laura Mack, is trying to put her life back together when she meets an unexpectedly charming man in a cafe. Before she knows it, she's meeting Floyd's daughters, and his youngest, Poppy, takes Laurel's breath away because the eerily precocious Poppy is the spitting image of Ellie. And now the unanswered questions she's tried so hard to put to rest begin haunting Laurel anew. Where did Ellie go? Did she run away from home, as the police have long suspected, or did something more sinister happen? A haunting page-turner of sheer perfection, book list starred review. Then She Was Gone is a crippling and emotionally resonant tale of one mother's quest to uncover the clues she failed to recognize and finally discover the truth of what happened to her daughter. This book was so good. there's just a little bit of a heads up there, a little bit of a warning about that. But that's really all I'm gonna say, and I think that doesn't like spoil anything. It just kind of gives you an idea. It is a really good read if you like an easy, light, fun, exciting escape of a read. But if you don't like things that might be a little bit intense, or life and death kind of situations, then this book is not for you. But if you like that kind of thing, then this book is definitely for you, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really loved reading it. I read it like in a half a day. It was really so good. Now I bought this book on Amazon along with the other books, so I'm going to link them down below. And just to let you know that if you're interested in buying a book, Amazon does have the best prices, and I'm going to get a small commission if you use the link that I provide. So I just wanted to let you know. But I'm gonna put this book down, and now we are going to get to the next book, which is one of my favorite, like, fun, easy beach read authors, and that is Colleen Hoover. Colleen Hoover. This woman pumps out so many books, and every book that I've read so far is so good. I don't know if you guys ever read Verity, but that has been hands down my favorite one. So if you've never read Verity, please go and do yourself a favor. If you like these kind of fun, light reads, pick it up because it is so good. It's a psychological thriller. It's so good. But I've already done a review on that back a while ago. So this one here, we've got November 9. November 9. And she's the #1 New York Times best-selling author of It Ends With Us. Now, before I read you the back, it's a quirky book. It's different. It's so creative. I really loved it. Like, it was so ridiculous and far-fetched, like the other one, but this one even more so. And when you read it, you'll understand what I'm saying. But I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But it's part of what makes the book so different. So I really enjoyed reading it. It was a great story. It's more of like a lighter read. It's a love story. It's a love story, so super light. So if you're stressed out and you don't want to read anything dark or that's gonna upset you, pick this book up. It's perfect. Take it to the beach, take it to the park, sit outside in your backyard and relax and enjoy this really easy, fun read. I'm gonna read you the back. Okay. So in quotes, it says, November 9 is yet another breathtaking novel by Colleen Hoover that's full of blushing, gushing, and heartache. I loved every page and breathed in every beautiful word. End quote. And that is by Anna Todd, New York Times best-selling author of the After series. Okay, an unforgettable love story between a writer and his unexpected muse by #1 best-selling author Colleen Hoover. Fallon meets Ben, an aspiring novelist, the day before her scheduled cross-country move. Their untimely attraction leads them to spend Fallon's last day in LA together, and her eventful life becomes the creative inspiration Okay, I'm gonna put this down. Okay, so before I get to the last book, I'm going to show you two other books by the same author. And I'm not gonna read the back. I'm just gonna give you like a quick, to show you the cover. And the reason why I'm sharing it is because if you like psychological thrillers that are fun and easy reads, you will love this book. These two books, actually. I'm obsessed with this author. I think I might even like her more than Colleen Hoover, but she's like a different vibe, But this woman's got like a real niche for the thriller books, and she's such a good writer. It's like every book I've read by her has been a page turner, so I highly recommend. So, and you might have read this already if you're into this kind of thing, but this one is The Housemaid. The cover is really cool. You've got this little keyhole with an eye looking at you, and it says, "From behind closed doors, she sees everything," and it is by Frieda Mcfadden. Frieda Mcfadden. I'm pretty sure I did a review on this already, which is why I'm not going to read the back, but it was an amazing book. It was such a good read. And then there was a second one. And this one is The Housemaid's Secret. This perfect home has one rule: don't look behind closed doors. And you can see the cover is very similar. It's just a girl looking through a keyhole again, and this book is red and the other one is blue, and that's the only difference. But this one is the second one, so it kind of follows the same character, and it's like an entirely new situation that she gets herself into. So good. Oh my god, I loved it. And by the way, before I show you the last book, I know I'm like, oh, every book is so good, it's so good. I genuinely am not like that. I read a lot of books that I cannot stand. But lately, I've had a lot of friends recommending books that they read to me that I should go get. And so if they're recommending it to me, there's more of a likelihood that I'm going to enjoy it. Because if they like it, I'm probably going to like it too. And not because I like what everybody else likes, not at all, but a lot of times, like, the friends that have similar kind of reading styles as you tend to doesn't show up to the office one morning. Her coworker, Natalie Farrell, the beautiful, popular top sales rep 5 years running, is surprised. Then she receives an unsettling, anonymous phone call that changes everything. It turns out Dawn wasn't just an awkward outsider. She was being targeted by someone close. And now Natalie is irrevocably tied to Dawn as she finds herself caught in a twisted game of cat and mouse that leaves her wondering who's the real victim. But one thing is incredibly clear. Somebody hated Dawn Schiff enough to kill. So, oh, there's more. The Coworker is a tense, unputdownable thriller from New York Times best-selling author Frieda Mcfadden that explores the dark ways the past can echo through the present with deadly consequences. So, if you like Frieda Mcfadden, if you like these kind of thrillers, again, you're gonna love this one as well. Hopefully as much as I did. So I'm gonna put this down. And that's it for the books that I have to share with you today. I've been trying to read a lot more. I really love reading these kind of books. They're just great escapes. They take me away from like day-to-day life, you know. And so I mean, it's hard to find like the quiet time to do all that, you know, to sit and read, because my life I feel like is busy. But I've read this over the past, you know, couple of months, and I've kind of waited till I read enough books to kind of put together this review. So hopefully in a few more months I'll have another round of good books to share with you guys if you like this kind of thing. So if you like these like little mini book reviews, or reading the back cover and showing you a little show and tell kind of with books, let me know in the comments below so I